I'm Armin. Once I made a video about working with liquid in Blender that you can watch in less than a minute by clicking the link on the top right. However, due to the fast pace of the tutorial, some people had many questions. So I decided to create a new video with more details and clarity while still keeping it quick for you. Let's get started with the video. The first step is modeling. My suggestion is to start with something basic because I'll explain how to use more complex models towards the end of the video. For starters, I used only a sphere and a plane. I created a bowl by cutting the sphere in half. And finally, I added a subdivision surface modifier and a solidify modifier. The next step is creating the domain. Create a cube and add fluid in the physics properties. Set the type to domain. In the domain type section, choose liquid and set the resolution to 64. Now, to prevent particles from leaking, enable the mesh option. Create a sphere inside the domain and adjust its size reasonably. Make sure the bowl and the sphere are within the domain. Again, in the physics properties, add fluid. This time, set the type to flow and the flow type to liquid on inflow. Lastly, select the bowl and again, in the physics properties, add fluid. Choose effector as the type and set the effector type to collision. Set sampling substeps to 1 and surface thickness to 0.5 for better collision performance. Now, play the timeline. If you've done the steps correctly, everything should be working almost perfectly. However, there are a few points here. First is baking, which reduces lag and ensures accurate details in the simulation. To do this, select the domain, set the start and end frames in the cache section, set the type to all, and click bake. To smooth out the water shape, make sure to use Shade Smooth. Another point is about resolution divisions. Notice that our domain is made of particles or squares, and you can adjust the particle size to resolution divisions. The small square next to the domain indicates the size of the particles created. It's crucial to determine the particle size optimally for both efficiency and detail. In the end of the video, I'll explain how to use an object with more details instead of the previous simple object. I modeled this object and placed it inside the domain correctly. But the key here is to add fluid in the physics properties for the new object. And finally, in the type section, choose effector, set the effector type to collision, set sampling substeps to 1, and surface thickness to 0.5. Then click bake all and see the result. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave your feedback in the comments. If you got any questions or just want to chat, you're always welcome to connect with me on my Discord server. We've got a cozy little community there, filled with folks who are passionate about 3D design. So make sure to drop by my Discord. It's a great space to learn, share, and grow together. Can't wait to see you there. Stay creative and catch you in the next one.